Yeah, I see you got like New York and Rodman going on. Like you got the
Yeah,
it's
I don't know. It's red, black and red. Yeah,
oh yeah,
I,
yeah.
I, I like it. Pretty cool. You know,
Perfect
Rodman
shirt
and
for humor. I'm sure he's amused a lot of
yeah,
people, especially like in
yeah, he
North
did.
Korea.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff, a lot of wacky stuff. But he was a really good basketball player. Like I like it. I know he was, eccentric, but I like it.
I remember like the one of the big things was he wore a dress to some like
hmm He
some
married himself.
yeah. Oh, he married himself. Okay.
He married himself. It was a big thing. Yeah, he put a dress. He was gonna marry himself. Yeah, he's done some stuff.
Yeah, but
But I like that. I like that he was like unapologetically him. Like he was, this is me. This is who I am. Like we talk in videos, be weird. Like this is who I am. And
hmm
so yeah, I like that about him.
yeah.
Even though I'm sure he was a headache for some people.
Well, I like basketball. Rodman's funny. Speaking of funny, today figured we would do a little dive into Buddhist humor. So hey, let's have at it, right? I don't know.
Let's do it.
Hello to your YouTube Sangan. Welcome to this episode of Peace of Mind. I'm Dharma Peace.
And I'm Sky.
Yeah, welcome to the channel, guys. Today we got something a little different. Trying to mix it up. Trying to do I don't know that gesture, but
Stir it up just a little bit.
yeah. I don't know if you've been watching World Baseball Classic, but this is like their thing in Japan.
Right. I don't want to talk it too much. Puerto Rico, lost, but congratulations to Venezuela.
Oh
Y'all
yeah.
deserve it. Y'all did good. So good job.
Oh man, Venezuela was insane. To defeat
hmm
Japan the way they did, that was unreal. I was flabbergasted. Hey, that's a word for you. Write that one down. Flabbergasted.
Right.
uh, um, yeah, over in Japan, some people are a little bit, sulky, but they're good sportsmen. They're really taking it well. Just it was painful to see Otani sort of what do you say, flop? I don't want to.
Some of the highlights. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that it happens. I really think that everybody put forth their best effort. I did want to see Puerto Rico go a little bit further. Just because.
Yeah.
I was rooting for you, Sky, and
Next time.
yeah. And then Team USA just flopped as well, like as a team.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there. Uh, but I'm not really like a sports spectator, but I just watch it just because I love that sort of unity and how it brings people together. How
Absolutely does.
watching that the positive aspects of good sportsmanship between all teams and all players and how well people train. Like I'd ask my wife, like, let's go to the batting cages, like just for a little bit, because I wanted to show her.
I suck at baseball. I can't.
Well, to show her,
I'll be
I'm
striking out the whole time.
well. It's like, yeah, I have some skills there as far as batting and.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But however, I wanted to show not how good I am, but how hard you actually have to train and how good you have to be good at batting, be good at pitching, and just the athleticism of pro players. It's really up there, man, especially if you're playing at that level, like at the level of Venezuela. My gosh, I'm watching these guys and I'm just like blown away. It's kind of like watching Adebayo make his, when he was scoring, was it more points than Kobe Bryant, right, in one game? That's insane, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I saw the highlights. That's intense.
Yeah,
I think it's up there with Kobe and Will.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just this pure skill, the level of skill. I feel like people, you like watch and you don't really get it. You don't really like, it doesn't register until you actually try it yourself, is what I feel like. That's my theory. It's like, you got to try it, man. You got to try so that that what you're watching is actually insane. I wouldn't make such a big deal about it. But as in, like, I wouldn't say that it comes front and center of all things in our lives, but it is definitely a marvel. But
Absolutely.
anyway, as far as so we're talking about like locker room talk earlier, privately, yeah, off record. But yeah, talk about that. But yeah, so today I thought I put it to everybody about Buddhist humor because, so far we've just been talking about like all these serious topics. I know like loving kindness might make some people laugh, but I take it very seriously, and I take all of our main concepts seriously. But you know, our tenets, I should say, and our precepts and all that. But humor features quite a bit in Buddhism, and I think that it might surprise people. I think that we take precepts, and yes, we sort of have to, not have to, but we choose to, not have to. We choose to make a solemn vow to commit to right speech, right, and not commit harmful speech, which would be samavacha and vihesavacha. So samavacha is right speech, vihesavacha is harmful speech, right, the wrong speech. But anyway, so today, Dharma Sky, I was like, I went through and I got ready prepared our a collection of memes called Buddhist Humor 2.0. So it's a Facebook page that I follow, and I don't know if you follow, but I think some of the memes there are just really funny, and I figured like, yeah, we just have some fun. Yeah, you want to check it out? All right, I'll pull it up. Let me try again. If first you don't succeed.
And try again.
Yeah.
You get this set up and try again. Try again. Oh, now I see.
Okay, I see the light. So I dialed it back a bit. Like I am currently in November 2025 of Buddhist Humor 2.0. Anyway, I feel like we could just check out a few actually, not just a couple, but a few of these. So let's make it larger for you. When you teach a wolf to meditate,
he becomes a werewolf. He's aware. I mean, I've seen this a couple of times. It's pretty cool. I enjoy it. Seeing a little wolf becoming aware of his surroundings.
I would say this goes in the pocket of dad humor, right? Dad jokes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, most of these are kind of like in that realm of humor, I suppose. How about this one? I've never met anyone so thoughtless in my life. Keep up the good work. Thank you, master.
Absolutely. Having no thoughts. I mean, that's the goal, right? Have that stillness in your mind.
Yeah, usually.
I like that little drawing. I see the little bell, little sash in the back.
Yeah, I feel like you notice how they have like the red. So like thoughtless, or putting emphasis on not thinking too much. That's usually a Zen thing. I don't know about like as much as Vajrayana, like the Tibetan, sects. So they're wearing red, so I think of Tibetans. But anyway, that's a Buddhist compliment.
Of course.
Oh, this one has a cat. So I know you want to see cats. No, animals.
Dharma the cat. See, the first thing we'll discuss is getting beyond words and concepts. Gee, where do I go from here? Good. End of discourse. Buddhism.
Right. So Dharma the cat. So I suppose cats are known to be like silent, almost like taciturn. And so this cat is just like, yeah, I'm ready for this talk to end. End of discourse. The mouse is down there like with like, okay,
So the mouse. I don't see the mouse. What's the mouse at?
Hold up. Let me see. The mouse is right there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably
the mouse is the wisest one. The mouse has no thought.
Right. The mouse.
Pure emptiness.
Well, usually when we have
the mouse is the most enlightened person there.
Well, I mean, in literature, if you have the ellipsis like that, if you have the 3 periods, it means like you're like okay, like that, like a sarcastic.
Maybe he has it. Maybe he's doing a mantra. Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Meditation.
Because we should all use a little sit down and shut. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I didn't read that part. Yeah, I'm cutting that out because I'm not putting any. Like I talked about before. Actually, this is a good teaching moment. So yeah, I'm gonna include. So this has like profanity, and while I personally don't mind profanity, like I don't, it's not really. Hold on a second. Let's make this a teaching moment. Okay. I brought us back, and the reason is because yeah, we're back. The reason is because I feel like this is a good opportunity to talk about right speech and uh, why. So like, I personally don't mind profanity. I don't. I probably Sky. I feel like you don't mind either, like as much. Um, even I've been in situations where a kid would say something, and it would be like close to profanity, and then they would say something else, or another kid would say something else. And I would often say like, well, which let's just say a relative of mine, a child like who is a minor, asked me, is it okay if I say this word? And then I would say, how do you feel when you say it? Does it sound like you're saying something wrong? And they're like, no, everybody says it. I'm like, okay, well, and then I was like, does it feel like you're saying something that hurts someone? And they say no. Okay, well then there shouldn't be anything wrong with what you're saying. That to me is more important than the alternative, which is saying something like, you could say something just benign and it could really do a lot of damage. You could say something like that is permitted, that is not categorized as profanity. And again, now to me, saying the words like that are considered profanity are not profane. So then that gets to scare quotes where it's like it's profanity. But what we mean by profane is something that causes harm, right? It's something that makes someone feel lesser than, or makes them feel emotionally or even spiritually uh, at odds with another person. So that's why I feel like profanity isn't always wrong. But this particular meme, this particular meme is actually doing the thing that I'm talking about, where it's like,
Right. Sorry.
well,
Really good.
no. So yeah, just like a kid saying, "Oh shit," which I think that was actually the phrasing that the kid was asking me about. The minor was asking me about, like, what if I said, "Oh shit," and whatever, and I was just like, there's just nothing. I just don't think there's anything wrong with that word. Like, I do think, but here's the caveat: when you're in like school or public place, don't say that, because it is, you are disregarding the decorum, like, of that specific context, right? Like, so that's the thing. Like, I would say time, place, occasion, right? TPO. It's like, if you're not at the right place or at the right time or right occasion, then saying that is unmindful. Speaking that way is unmindful. It's unskillful, right? And so that's the real Buddhist way of thinking about it, where it's like, yeah, is it skillful? Is it mindful, right? And there's a word for that, upaya, in Buddhism. But
You said
yeah,
what's it? What?
upaya. Upaya means
Oh.
skillful means like something that is, like it. So again, the right place, the right time, and the right words even. So if you're just saying nonsense, which I feel like it's actually very Buddhist to call certain things nonsense. Sama papala, palapa. Some I'm having a hard time here.
So you know what? You want to take a moment? They didn't saw this. Let me do a little Men in Black. Put my glasses on. You can put the flash.
Yeah, sampa pala, palapa,
Pala.
sampa
There you go.
palapa. So that's one. Wow, that's one poly word
That's
that I
right.
actually have a hard time saying. Sampa palapa. Say that 5 times fast. It's so that means the Japanese
Yeah.
word is a lot easier to say. It's kidon, right?
Oh.
So meaning just like pointless things, just saying nonsense, right? And in Buddhism, that's actually a big deal. Like, probably a lot more than people might realize. That like idle chatters kind of. Now, are people going around saying shut up? No, but it's sometimes they will humorously, like sometimes like a Roshi might say, like, okay, now it's time to shut up. But of course, they know that they're joke, like that. They know that it's a joke, but in other situations, maybe not. Uh, anyway, do you want to go back to the memes now?
Let's go back.
I'm sure Sky, you're like waiting for that. Okay, this looks interesting. Cut my eye
What's
into
going on here?
pieces. This is my last rebirth.
Oh, I love that one. That was fire. That's not even funny. That's like that's dope. Cut my eye into pieces. There is no eye. It's just we all
you got
together.
you
Look,
got to say
everybody
it.
surrounding him in a circle.
What's the band that they're
This is
referencing?
my last week.
Cut my eye into pieces. This is my last rebirth. Okay.
I like that. I was looking
Alright.
at the comments. Got distracted by the comments.
Oh, my bad. Oh, look at this. You mean you can become
You
Buddhist
mean you
by
can-
wearing prayer beads on your wrist?
Oh yeah, you're right. People like they get their prayer beads and they're drinking their matcha latte and they think that they're all enlightened. I mean, nothing wrong with those things. I love matcha and I love the beads look pretty cool. But it's so much more
I mean, there's always some truth.
than that.
There's always some truth.
Hey, I want some. I couldn't find mine. So there's some truth, right? But people think that we wearing all that. Oh, let me see. Questioning.
Yeah. Yeah, to an extent, like I wear my beads, and it's kind of like, yeah, this shows people I'm Buddhist, Which, what's this one?
Are you seeking enlightenment? Inquire within.
Yeah.
Where's the door? No. I like that. That was pretty cool. Wow,
Yeah.
that cartoon really could bend her neck like that, like an
Yeah, I don't
exorcist.
know what's going on.
Look, like the whole upper body. It's weird.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I've seen that kind of posture. Yeah, it's just perspective. Or, did you touch the paint? I did nothing. The self doesn't exist.
Oh wow, that's one profound kid.
Yeah, this boy has gone through the matrix. There is no spoon.
He's just looking at his hand, having some type of existential thing.
Oh, this one. Nice endless
Nice
cycle of
mission.
suffering you got there. It'd be a shame if someone stopped it.
That is the goal.
I like this Jim Carrey reaction over here.
I like JK. I was gonna say the same thing. I got
Really?
distracted looking at it.
Really? Yeah. Okay. What else do we have here? Don't make the same mistakes twice. Say no to reincarnation. And it says reformed
Okay.
Buddhists.
I see.
Yeah. Yes, I
Communication
get it. Yeah. Demonstration. So then she says, "You only live once," and then laughter.
For those that don't get it, the whole reincarnation thing.
Yeah. It's like it's terrible. It's like you don't only live once, you relive over and over, and then you have to deal with the same problem. It's like you should want to escape as soon as possible, which is like what the Buddha is saying here. It's like you're stuck in this thing. You should want to get
If you had to
out of there as soon as you can.
Let's say you had to reincarnate, please, what would you be?
Oh, hold on, let me bring it back for this one. So you had a question? Sorry, what was it again?
If you had to reincarnate and come back, like, what would you be? Like, usually we get those questions when like in school, like, what animal would you be, or what type of life would you have? Like, you never thought about that?
Oh, of course. I would probably choose. So real answers only, right? I would choose to be reborn as a monk.
As a monk?
Yes, as a monk on the path to enlightenment. Yeah, that's how it would
Okay.
be. Yes, I
Okay.
feel like that is my. If I can't do that this lifetime, I should want to do it the next one. So
That's awesome.
yeah, but I'm hoping that
I-
maybe this is the lifetime. I don't know. What about you?
Yeah. I was gonna say turtle. No, but because they live long and stuff. No, but a monk is pretty cool. Anything that can make a difference on the world, or maybe an
Yeah.
artist, like a painter, or a musician or something like that. As far as animals, I love turtles. I love elephants. I wouldn't mind coming back as an elephant. Or
I feel
monkey, but
On Rebirth, it's like I feel like that I have a strong connection to this guy.
Mm.
So I wore the shirt today because I felt like it was funny.
Okay.
But kind of like Japanese Dennis Rodman, if you will. No, not really. But he was really
Nah.
tall.
The actual
Uh,
that is right
yeah, yeah.
there.
No, and, he kind of had like, I suppose he had like this burly appearance. His name's Benkei, right? He was a warrior monk.
Okay. Okay.
He's famous for the Yoshitsune story where he's a warrior monk back in the day. I believe it was the Taira clan. Could be wrong, but most people probably wouldn't be able to correct me anyway. But but I believe it was
Mm.
during. So like Yoshitsune was like this exiled prince, and he finds the warrior monk Benkei, and he was so strong that he fought people with the pillar of a temple, and he would like. Anyway, it's a big. It's kind of like think about like Paul Bunyan or something, like tall tales about an actual historical figure. Um, so he anyway, but Benkei is a warrior monk called a Sohei in Japanese, and so kind of like think about like Shaolin. I personally don't believe in violence or being a warrior as a Buddhist per se. Like I have been a martial artist and I still am, but that's not.
Like Kung Fu Panda.
The thing is that I think that it's good to practice martial arts. It's good to be fit, and it's good to know how to do martial arts, not so that you can hurt people, but so that you can end a fight without hurting people as much as possible. If that makes sense. So it's counterintuitive as it is. It's like what do people do, Sky? Like if they are, let's say that they're strong, but they get into a fight, and what's the result? Like when somebody that's really strong and is capable of a lot of brute force, like what happens at the end of that fight? Usually it's something brutal, right? Something where,
Yes.
yeah, they're untrained, so they wind up really hurting somebody by accident, or, But martial arts is kind of the opposite, where you're protecting yourself and other people, and even your opponent or an attacker. So everybody's like,
Yeah.
well, what's the deadliest move in this martial art? Like in karate,
That's,
how
that's the point.
how do I like do I throat punch this person? And it's like, dude, like that's
You're missing
not
the whole point.
yeah, that's not it. Like that's just not what we're up to. But but when I was young, I was like that. I was very much violent, like amused by violence. Even talk about humor. Like violence
Yeah.
is amusing to some people. That like, oh, like look at how this person threw this other person and how they fell and yada yada. But
Yeah. I
laughing
see
at
that
how
all the time.
somebody
Yeah.
is harmed is just cruelty. It's just wrong. Oh, you said you see it all the time?
Well, yeah. I mean, the I work with kids, and
Hmm.
they're always the shows that they watch, the music is always kind of promoting violence, and look how bad I am. Look how many people I could beat up. Or, oh, you can't beat me, or I'm stronger, and all that things
Hmm.
that really don't matter. Cause yeah, you should be able to fight or something like that, but it's for to protect yourself and others, not something to show off or look at me, ooh, what I could do. I could beat anybody.
Yeah,
It's not a
yeah,
badge.
right. So yeah, because a lot of people would be confused by figures like Shi Hung Yi or the Shaolin monks, or you know, just whoever is a practitioner of martial arts, but is also a Buddhist. And then people would say, how do you square that peg? How do you justify doing martial arts and also being a Buddhist? And like I said, it's pretty simple. You are endeavoring to protect yourself and others, and also even the person that is attacking, the attacker. It is not meant. You're not supposed to be glorifying violence and going around talking about how you brutalized someone and ended their life or caused crippled them or something. That's actually like one of my sort of. It was like one of my fears after leaving my dojo was because like one of the dojos that I was in, I actually hurt someone, uh, and kind of like in part by accident because yeah, I was acting tough, but this person injured their knee, and it quickly dawned on me how I could have actually ended that person's martial arts life, their life in that field, and it's like I definitely there's a way to kill someone, and our Roshi even said this. This guy is like you can kill someone physically, but you can also do it in spirit, and he said like both are wrong. to, and also humor is a way to do that as well. Humor to kill someone in spirit. You can do that through humor. If they're not in on the joke, then and it makes them feel devalued in some way, or then you know. But
Yeah.
so at your
Go ahead, go ahead.
oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
So at
Like I see kids. Yeah, I see kids use humor a lot to attack each other.
mm,
It's always intended to trigger the other person or devalue them and stuff. Always, obviously, I try to stop it. I always try to do my best. Unfortunately, kids are gonna run their mouth sometimes and say things.
mhm.
So yeah, I see it. I see it. I see it. Sometimes people see them hide their pain with humor
Yes.
as well.
Well, getting a rise out of
So
people.
I don't wanna take it to to a dark place because I know this is supposed to be like a funny episode and stuff like that. But people do use humor for negative stuff or
Well,
to escape.
yeah, and you're right, Sky. It's like I don't want to linger on anything negative. It's just that I feel like some of what we're talking about should land with people, that harm is done through humor, oftentimes. Like probably in more ways and nefarious ways than people realize. That like entire groups of hate groups are dedicated to making humor about other people, and therefore a lot of harm is being done. And so again, it goes back to vihesa vacha, which is speech that harms in Buddhism, and we take the precept not to commit to not doing that. Like at our place of work, we have to navigate our profession in a way that avoids vihesa vacha, right, Sky? And that it goes deep, because you commit to not lying. And a lot of people focus on that, like when you take your precept not to commit harmful speech, everyone focuses on lying, and I find that is it's a lie of omission, ironically, and a lie of omission meaning like you're leaving out other things, you're leaving out other ways of
Right.
speech that cause harm, not just lying. Like lying is one way of doing it, but you're also mocking or cruel jokes, which is called paribasa in Pali, or in Japanese it's just called waruguchi. Abusive talk, bad mouthing, cruel jokes, upahasa or derisive laughter or scoffing, or it's called chosho in Japanese, which is kind of like laughing at people because they fell down, or because they're wearing something or something, coffee spilled on them, and now they have a stain and they're like walking around. You know what I mean? Like it's something humiliating. Um,
Yeah.
and then you're just doing anything that with speech with atimana or conceit or arrogance, talking about yourself or others in a way that either elevates yourself or diminishes others. These things are considered the taboos of Buddhism, and so we don't jive with that kind of thing. And so like I find it a bit challenging, Sky, sometimes, like living in public, and in my profession, or seeing old friends. Sometimes it's hard for them to understand that maybe they consider that we're being judgmental, or that we are like that we think that they're less of them because we don't want to participate in that form of dialogue. But it's not that. It's that we have committed and that we have sworn solemn precepts that we would not do these kinds of things. Like, would you agree, Sky?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of times we try to live differently than others, and for example, I can speak about myself. I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I do a lot of things that my family or friends don't do. The way I see things, by being Buddhist, everything different. And sometimes not anymore, but in the beginning, a lot of times, or people when they get to know me at first, they think, "Oh, you think you're better than me because you don't do this and you do that." No, I'm just sharing who I am as a person.
Mm.
And another thing that you pointed out was about omitting information. I think that could be a little tricky. I think we should always be honest. And I don't know how you feel about it, but let's say someone asks how I look, like I'm not gonna tell them, hey, you look ugly or something like that, just because I don't want to lie to them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because even though that is omitting information, it would be hurtful and divisive if I do speak up and say it, even though it is truthful,
Hmm.
in my opinion or the way I view things.
Yeah.
So that one could be a little delicate. I think, of course, even though we never should lie, we should never admit. I think right intention over everything. Always fighting to right intention and having the right heart.
It's
And yeah, and
it's more about harmful lies. Like again, it all comes back to
yeah,
ahimsa, non-harm. The Buddha had made that like
exactly.
there are a lot of sutras and there are a lot of resources for us to learn about that. Um, there are situations where lying is the only non-harmful thing to do, right? And that is very ethically grounded in Buddhism. So, like for example, the 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 Nazis come to find the Jews and they're hidden away in some attic. The right thing to do is to lie and say, "I have seen no one. There's no one here.
Yeah,
No one here for you."
yeah,
Right? And continuing that lie is the right thing to do. It is.
yeah.
Like they're
Yes.
so in no way is there supposed to be some kind of moral like that's another thing. There's a lot of delusion about this kind of stuff where people are like, well, this is like moral gray area. There's no grayness about that. It's very clear. It's very clear. Like lying to Nazis trying to eradicate people. That's a very clear moment where you should be lying and you should be committed to that lie. And you should be doing it skillfully.
Right.
Again, that's called upaya, where you're like skillfully doing something to save people's lives and to protect them. And so again, like, and then again, so humor works in the same. So all of this comes back around to horseshoe to humor again, because I think that we need to talk about those sort of heavy topics to understand when lightheartedness meets and when it is like skillful, when it is wholesome, being lighthearted and being like, I think about times when I'm talking to my wife or whatever. Like if I'm always serious and always majime, like Japanese, like sort of air of seriousness, and I'm
Yeah.
always like,
What people expect Buddhists are that we
yeah,
don't
like
no
no
attachment.
nonsense.
We don't care about that thing.
Right. If,
So
if
yeah,
I'm always like that, then I know that like with my wife, she appreciates it when I'm just being silly, sometimes, and it's because like why would I continue to be like no nonsense, when the option is there to have fun and just to be calm and silly, and maybe even laugh sometimes. I think we all
makes
need
other
that.
people happy. That's it brings more peace, more happiness, more joy to people.
Hmm.
I mean, to yourself. I mean, you can't take everything so seriously.
Right.
Everything's the middle path. Even when it comes to like spiritual practice and meditation, like you can't take that too seriously. Like, well, I'm gonna sit there. I'm not gonna think. I'm not gonna think. You enjoy the journey.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Laugh. Oh man, the first time I meditated, the first I sucked, and I say it, I sucked, and I can laugh about it right now. But you get better, and I still suck sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't go as I. Well, you never have expectations, but sometimes I wish it could go better, and it doesn't. And
Yeah.
you just laugh it out. I'm not okay. Same
Yeah.
thing
You
with
want
life
you
and
want to
everything.
achieve that, like you were talking about in the short. You want to achieve that
Yeah,
mindfulness and that meditative state. You want to continue,
absolutely.
but that's the state that we want to nurture. But sometimes it's hard, and but a good way to do that also is box breathing, right, Scott? Check
Absolutely,
that short
absolutely.
out
Check
too.
that movie out.
But yeah, before
So,
we wrap it up, I want to kind of like go back to some more memes because get to that nice meme stash.
it's me. Okay.
Okay. All right, this interests me because I like for some reason I like Johnny Depp. Don't ask me why, but anyway,
It's okay. I
Bodhisattva.
love all Johnny Depp and all the Tim Burton movies.
Right. Bodhisattva is like a fish jumping into the frying pan thinking he could save the other fish. But isn't he just going to get cooked himself? And he's been memory wiped, so now he doesn't. Okay, my reading skills are just not here today.
Maybe we do it with the
It's-
boys. You gotta do it with the boys. Maybe it
yeah,
helps.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's been memory wiped, so now he doesn't know why he's a dumb fish surrounded by dumber fish. Okay.
Okay.
I heard before that if the person that says dumb and stupid the most is the one who is dumb and stupid.
Usually, the stand of
Anyway,
social media.
hey man, if you have a nice meal and don't post a photo of it on Facebook, did you really eat it? And if you see a sunset and don't add it to the Instagram, did it really happen?
Oh man, that's so deep. You know, I'm guilty of doing this. Like not all the time, but I've been guilty of doing this, just praying a meal and sunset.
I
It's
mean,
okay, Sangha. I'm not addicted, but I think we all done this.
I feel like it, it's fine. You know, it's like people make fun of it because it's the new thing, but it's like
Yeah,
I have legit wanted to share what my meal looks like because it's like, wow, this is amazing, and you're like celebrating
yeah, we all done that,
the culinary
and I will
masterpiece.
continue to do that. It's just not getting attached to
Yeah,
it.
yeah. No,
I think
you're out of
freaking
your
mind.
freaking mind. Yeah, oh,
Freaking mind.
yeah, yeah. Hold on. You know, you out of your freaking mind.
Oh, how did that Italian came out? I think that monk was like, I know the monk was from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yonkers?
Yeah, Yonkers. Yo, you out of your freaking mind. Yup, look, took a lifetime of practice. Yeah, so we're on the Staten ferry boat or something. I don't know. Should have never divorced all worldly attachments. Now I'm drifted in a state of untethered awareness of universal truth and transcendental experience without end. And then this guy is, I am the Buddha, the golden God. Oh man.
Golden Buddha.
Alright. What else? Oh, I like this one. Don't mind me just shaking out the trash. Greed, hatred, delusion. Yes.
Hatred, delusion. That's nice.
Yeah, I love it. And I
That's
love
very
like
nice.
the smug look on the They found
I didn't
the
know that was
perfect
You Buddha smug.
Oh man. Oh, what about this one? Demanding enlightenment after my first 5 minutes of meditation.
Exactly. That's what I tell people.
And I know
Where's
this
my
painting.
enlightenment?
What else? Let's see. This one looks unhinged, so let's try. Why can't you just walk? Theravada Zen. Vajrayana.
Is that making fun of like the rituals and everything? What do you think that is?
This is actually funny to me. Like,
I can't see the bottom part.
This is legit hilarious to me.
But what is this in the bottom?
Hold on, let me zoom it out. How's that? That better?
No, I can't see.
What?
The bottom part. Just the
is
bottom, the red one.
Is it because it's like
What
red
it's
and
saying.
gold?
Yeah, but what is that? What is that?
He says, I'm moving faster this way.
What do you think this is? Is it because of the rituals? Or like...
Because, you know, Vajrayana is like the Tibetan practice of Buddhism.
Yeah.
And yes, I think if they were gonna do this, like, I mean, just a minor critique. Theravada and then Zen. Zen is not a branch of Buddhism. It is, well, Zen
That's
is just
Mahayana.
one. Yeah, it's Mahayana. It's one sect of Mahayana. But in any case, it's funny. Like, cause it's purely absurd. Like, I'm moving faster this way, so like this.
Okay.
Vajrayana was like, yo, totally unhinged compared to Theravada and Zen. Yeah, I get it. I get this. This is funny.
Okay.
I mean, it's like you're like Meatwad over here. It's fun. I'm not laughing, but oh, there's a cat. Oh no, it's a squirrel. Dear Buddha, I would like to have your peace, your wisdom, your serenity, and your divine nature. But most of all, I would like to have your acorn hat. Love from Squirrel.
From Squirrel.
Love from Squirrel.
Isn't that...
When you wish to be a cowboy in your next life, but they misunderstood.
Hey, at least it's some swag with the cow.
Again, more rebirth, reincarnation jokes. So,
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe let's do like a grand finale or something here.
Yeah.
Me forgets to pause meditation music before leaving. My dog when I ride home.
The dog, pure nirvana. The guy's third eye open. That dog has thousands of years of wisdom.
Yeah, yeah. It's on the verge of certain things. Oh, this one's a classic. Ah, yes, the many faces of the spiritual journey.
Oh yes. Oh my god.
Yeah, man. How about this one's also a classic. Dear Buddha, thanks for nothing.
It's for nothing.
Again, I like how he's like dressed like Theravada with like the like
Hmm.
his elbow. I mean his elbow, his shoulder showing. But then he has like a
Yeah.
bonsai tree, and then a Zen garden.
We're just mixing
Um,
everything together.
yeah, it's like fusion. Okay, like trance and all that. That's very Tibetan. Speaking of that, the two sides of my
Two shots
personality.
up.
Now this is actually true with me. Now, not necessarily
Okay.
with lighting up whatever. I think he's lighting a cigarette, or
Yeah, yeah, not that substance, but like
yeah, like I do have
like
like this
being.
kind of like music side to me that I just embrace, and um, and also like it kind of has like that double play on Nirvana, right? Where it's like the band Nirvana,
Yeah.
and then like
Hmm.
Nirvana actually being a state of being or non-being or whatever you want to say, interbeing. I don't know. uh,
Interview.
yeah. Here's a tiger. Don't believe everything that you think. Right? That's not really humor per se. That's just wholesome.
It's just
That's just
there
wholesome,
was a chihuahua underneath that.
Chihuahua
Yeah, right underneath that tiger. If you
here.
go back. No, if you go back.
Okay,
If you go
back.
back, the image below that one.
Oh, this.
There you go.
Forgets to pause
Oh, it's the same
meditation.
one. It's a
Oh,
different
that's
dog.
yeah, my dog. Yeah, I suppose this is becoming a circulated meme where it's like people are remixing it. What's the cat here? Awareness of no self, me, enjoyment of egoic desire. Cats are just funny, man. Like cats, like just make me laugh. I don't know
Aw,
why. See Rocky?
oh, so cute. Rocky.
Yeah, that's
That's
my
so
buddy.
Rocky.
He's there. He's actually meditating
Meditating.
on my Zafu.
Yeah, I see. Look at it. Sunlight
Yeah, and check this out.
and a meditative view.
He was under my altar,
Ooh,
my
nice.
Butsudan. Um, and then here's him being enlightened.
Oh, look at him going. I have reached Nirvana.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Like, he's enlightened, man. He's now with his new family. Because I couldn't bring him to Japan. But that's Rocky. Rocky Sasaki. Well, yeah, this has been a little fun ride. I got to share some things that I wanted to share with everybody as far as like Buddhist humor, but also what like constitutes as good humor in Buddhism and what is not, and that kind of thing. So,
Right.
but yeah, Sky, thank you again for sharing about your experiences, and yeah, like, and guys, check out the shorts that he does because I think they're phenomenal. We have more to come. Like, I'm actually gonna post a couple pretty soon, and honestly, they've been bells of mindfulness for me, like reminders of my practice and what I should do as well. But right, guys, check out Buddhist Humor 2.0. Shout out to those guys, and then maybe we'll do another one of these because I feel like and next time I feel like we'll curate something more specific. I feel, but this time it was just kind of like something fun that just to put together.
Absolutely. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe. This is Diamond Sky alongside Diamond Peace. I hope you guys have a beautiful, blissful day.
All right, peace, guys.